If you know at least 3 women or at least 4 men, you probably know someone who will experience domestic violence or already has. Those numbers come from the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence.
And those stats might make you feel powerless, but this weekend proved there are ways that you can help. As a matter of fact, thousands of runners came together to support Safe Passage, an organization whose mission is to create a world free of domestic violence and relationship abuse. That turns us over to Western Mass News reporter David Germain with more details on the event.
David, this is such a great cause, and we heard that this one is the biggest one yet.
That's right, Sloan and Tyler. For the 22nd year in a row, downtown Northampton was flooded by 8 in the morning, and with local businesses sponsoring the fundraiser, it had the making of a record-setting day.
The funds that we received through the hot chocolate run allow us to be nimble and be really responsive to the needs of survivors. It's allowed us to start our prevention programming. We've been able to launch immigration services, and then our most recent program that we started was a housing and economic program, and that was all just because of the hot chocolate run.
In total, over 6,200 people participated in the run. Safe Passage received over 8,400 donations, totaling just under $893,000, way more than their expected goal of $800,000.
Our first year was 400 participants, and we raised about $6,000. It was a culmination of work by a board member and her partner who were looking to raise funds to start our children's program. This year we have over 6,000 participants. We've raised over $800,000, and we have seen it grow to we take down all of Northampton.
Now, on your screen right now is a 24/7 domestic violence hotline. If you or anyone you know is affected by domestic violence of any kind, don't hesitate to call it. Reporting live in studio, David Germain, Western Mass News.